What is up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing some test hands, this time going second for the Sacred Beast deck. This is going to be quite interesting because we're obviously going to be attempting to go for more OTKs rather than locking down your opponent. However, in the previous video where we focused on going first, we did manage to actually perform really amazing test hands, showcasing the greatest first turn openers where we could actually just disrupt the opponent so much. But with that being said, we are now focusing on something that's almost as if it's a different playstyle. But before we get started, I would like to remind you guys to consider dropping a like, share, comment and subscribe if you still haven't. It really helps the channel out. But with that being said, let's begin. Alright, so as we can see here, we don't really have the best opening hand. Oh wait, no, we are actually going second, so an opening of the Spirit Gates, that is a bit better. But even so, it is quite bad in this one. Maybe we're just a bit unlucky, but I guess we do have two ashes, so that would have been some sort of negate or disruption in some sort of way, which is definitely fantastic, I guess. But what I'm going to go here is, I'm going to go with the opening of the Spirit Gates. We're going to search out our Dark Beckoning Beast, of course, that's pretty self-explanatory. And we're just going to activate, or at least normal summon it out, and this will allow us to actually add. So in this case, what do you want to add? Do you want to add your Chaos Summoning Beast, perhaps, or maybe you want to go for your Dark Summoning Beast, but in that case, neither would actually work in this circumstance. Both of those cards were great for first turn, but even here, we even have the Fallen Paradise, so it kind of renders the card pointless. But even so, I think I'll search out maybe we'll search out the Chaos Summoning Beast this time for a bit more of a variety. But with that being said, we are not going to activate it. We're going to shuffle our deck first. And we're going to be making a really foolish play here, but I'm just going to go for the Allure of Darkness and draw two cards. So 1 and 2. So you have the choice to actually like banish whatever you want. I mean, I could banish off the Chaos Summoning Beast, but seeing that we could normal summon out the Chaos Summoning Beast and then go for Hamon right away, that's not bad now. So I might actually banish off the Exodius because Exodius doesn't really do anything aside from being a link material, so we're just gonna put that away and banish that. And yeah, that's fine there, but what we're going to do is our second normal summon allows us to go for our Chaos Summoning Beast, and this will obviously allow us to then tribute himself off and summon out Hamon onto the board. And this time you could bring it out in attack as well because obviously you're going second. You can also activate the Fallen Paradise, which is fantastic of course. But yeah, you could tribute off this as well or banish that off, allowing you to search out your other copy of the Fallen Paradise. And that's great because it's kind of like baiting your opponents as well to negate you. That way you have the extra one in your hand either way. So what we're going to do here is we're going to shuffle our deck again. And then basically what we're going to do is draw off the Fallen Paradise. So two more cards, one more Hamon and an Awakening, not bad. The Awakening can actually apply because what we essentially get to do is set it, and on our following turn we could do some stuff there, so definitely nice there. However, you could see that we are definitely at our limits. We can't really do anything beyond this. So this is what we essentially have. We have the Hamon attacking, it is already protected. We have a follow-up play anyway with more openings. We do have an additional Hamon if we need to. We have an additional Fallen Paradise. We have another Ash anyway to negate. And we also have Pot of Acquisitiveness. We are at 2 right now, but if we get another one banished, then we could potentially just continue from there. And of course we have Awakening as well. Alright, so here's our 6 cards, definitely fantastic. We do have a few things we could do, but let's just try things out here by going for our Dark Beckoning Beast. Mind you, we do have Effect Fail, or not Effect Failure, sorry, Ash Blossom to disrupt the opponent, so that's great. We search out the opening, And opening can essentially add us our Chaos Summoning Beast, which is also great, of course, because we could do our second normal summon and tribute this off, allowing us to go for our Raviel, of course. And by going for the Raviel, what you could essentially do from here on out would be perhaps go for your attack, I guess. Well, I mean, you could banish this, of course, and then search your Fallen Paradise. Nice, it happens to be up here. Activate the Fallen Paradise and potentially draw 2 cards. So in this case, I'm going to shuffle our deck. And then we're going to draw 2 cards with the Fallen Paradise. So that's 1 and 2 here, which it's nice, I guess, but as you can see, it's a bit of a limit because we attack with the Raviel, but then we could follow up with the Super Poly anyway to discard one of your cards and use our own monsters plus our opponent's monsters. That's okay for an attack, or you could try out a different play. So let me reverse everything. So instead of these 2 cards we draw into, and instead of these 2 over here, I'm going to return them as well, but we might get to them later on. So let's go back to our original opening hand here, which we should have 6. So which ones did we actually have here? We didn't have the gates, so this is what our original opening hand is. What you could do is this, so you have the Ash to disrupt, you have Dark Beckoning Beast, going for your opening of the Spirit Gates, but instead of searching out for your Chaos Summoning Beast, maybe in this particular circumstance, we could search out for something else. Say perhaps you go for a Chaos Core instead. That might be an alternative option. So what you could do here is you could go for a second normal summon. So in this case, I'm thinking maybe we could bring out our Chaos Core. And what we could do here is we could simply just get rid of the Dark Beckoning Beast and bring out our Almirage, and that would essentially allow us to target the Chaos Core. Now Chaos Core, when this gets targeted, you could pretty much just ditch your Sacred Beast from your deck to your graveyard. So 1 Raviel, where is the Hamon and Uriah? 1 Uriah, and finally the Hamon as well. So all 3 of them would actually just go to the graveyard right here. And finally what we could essentially do is go for our Dimension Fusion Destruction. Of course you could go for your further climbing as well, link climbing, but we're just essentially going to go for this, right, and banish off our 3 cards here, and this will essentially allow us to go for one of our cards. So say we just wanted to go for the Armor Tile, you know, that's definitely fantastic. But we have Chaos Core and we also have Almirage, allowing us to further link climb to go into some sort of link 2 that we feel might be appropriate. So you could go for a Nightmare Phoenix, you could go for Pentastag, really giving you piercing damage. That is definitely fantastic. And keep in mind that even if this is not enough, you have a Super Poly just in case as well to follow up by using your opponent's monsters to clear their board. I mean, everything is just really, really good here. So yeah, this was actually something that I kind of overlooked in the deck profile, that I did not include the Almirage, but the Almirage was very important for you to actually go for your Chaos Core combos. So that was my mistake there, but even so, definitely try to add this in. Alright, so here's an opening hand. Not bad, I guess, because on our opening turn, I guess we do have here the Ash to potentially negate. Now, what's nice here is we could actually just go for the... Wow, this is actually not too bad. I mean, Dark Beckoning Beast, of course, allowing us to search, but we already have the opening of the Spirit Gate, so it's up to us what we want to go for. We don't really need Dark Summoning Beast because we're not going first anymore, so in this case, we already have Awakening as well. That's really nice, so maybe we'll just go for the Chaos Summoning Beast, though it does seem like we can't really do too much here, given that, as you can see with the board, I mean, we don't really have anything to work with. But we just add that anyway, and that would be great as well, because what we could essentially do is activate the opening of the Spirit Gates, allowing us to search for whatever we need. So in this case, we'll add the Dark Summoning Beast, And what this allows us to do is do our second normal summon of the Chaos Summoning Beast, of course. We can link up these two together, and this will obviously allow us to go for a Pentastag. Because we know we're going to OTK the opponent, why not go for a Pentastag right away? So we're going to activate Opening of the Spirit Gates, discard our Dark Summoning Beast, and we're going to summon back out our Chaos Summoning Beast, banish off our Dark Summoning Beast, of course, and this will allow us to add one of our Sacred Beasts to our hand. So in this case, we're just going to go for the Raviel, and we can tribute this off, allowing us to go for a Raviel. If you want to banish this as well, feel free, add yourself a Fallen Paradise. It's a bit of deck thinning, also baiting out the opponent to negate you, but you can shuffle your deck. And finally, what we could do is activate our Fallen Paradise and draw 2 cards via the Raviel, and we get ourselves Exodius and another Ash, which is great, I guess, for potential disruption. And we have the Awakening that we could set as well, and of course we could summon our Exodius if we really wanted to I guess further link climb with the Pentastag if you want, so that is an open option available for you. However, with this you essentially just get yourself piercing damage. What's amazing is that if any of these cards you drew off Fallen Paradise happen to be the Shimmering Scraper, you could potentially go for a further OTK by actually attacking everything. So it is definitely very nice there, and adds more to the variety of this particular deck. However, with that being said, I definitely do have thoughts about actually making more test hands for this, so definitely let me know if you guys actually want to see more of this. But with that being said, thanks for joining me today. I hope you all have a fantastic day. I'll see you all next time.